Hey everybody, in this video I am going to create the rotor holder for our quadcopter, which is basically this piece right here. I'm just going to show you how I did this. I want to click on new, and then we're going to use the metric template. I'm going to click on where it says standard millimeters. I'm going to push on the create button, give it a big shove there. Take that. That was kind of weird, I know, sorry. I want to start a 2D sketch on this plane here, and then I'm just going to rotate this plane. Click the left arrow to the left once, so now my top is kind of reading correctly. And then what I want to do is click on circle center point. My center point is going to be this green dot origin right here. I'm going to drag it out a little bit, so that's going to have a diameter of 16 millimeters. I got a real loud, wonky typewriter keyboard, so if you hear my keys clicking away, sorry about that. I'll try to press my keys lightly so it doesn't, like, you know, get too crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna finish my sketch here. I want to extrude this in both directions. So where it says direction, I'm gonna click on symmetric. For distance, that's gonna be 3 millimeters. Press enter. So there's that part. That's the first process. Anyway, extrude, yeah, I did that. Okay, so then what I want to do is I am going to start a 2D sketch on the top face. I'm going to, yeah, let's rotate this again once that way. I'm not sure why it does that. Inventor, why do you do that? I want to make a circle again, center point. Same origin right here. This is going to have a diameter of 6 millimeters. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line. I'm just going to randomly draw a line here. So let's say I want to make this kind of here to here. Hit the escape key, draw another line from here to here maybe. Just kind of make sure I go all the way across both of those circles. So what I want to do now is I'm going to open up this origin with the plus sign. I want to dimension from the x-axis to this first angled line, and that's going to have an angle of 18 degrees. That got kind of weird, didn't it? I want this line to go also. Let me do this. Let me hit the coincident constraint. So the end of this line, I also want to go to the center of the circle. Now that's 18. Now I can just extend this out to the end there. Let me do the same thing for this line first. So I'm going to use my coincident constraint. So the end of this line to our center point there. And now what I want to do is I'm going to dimension from this x-axis to this line. It's going to have an angle of 72 degrees. Like so. Hit the escape key. I'm going to trim out. I don't need that, this. Yeah, that's good. So it says we need 2 dimensions to fully constrain this, so I'm just going to dimension just from the end here to the center dot, just to appease it. So now we need 1 dimension. So from this end to the center, some wonky number. I'm going to hit the check mark. So now we're fully constrained. I'm going to finish this sketch. I'm going to extrude, cut this. So you want to cut it all the way through. And then hit the OK. So we got like one piece of our pie eaten out. Like, somebody ate our pie. Who did that? So I want to make a circular pattern now. So I'm going to go up to where you see circular here. For my feature, I want to select that part that we just cut out, which is going to be, where are you at? Oh, how can I select this thing? Let me rotate this over. Right, this is what I want. So I want to select this feature, right? And then my rotation axis is going to be, it's going to be the y-axis. So I'm going to select the y-axis. And I don't want 6 of those. So here I'm going to change this to 4. And we want it 360 degrees. Yeah. I'm going to hit OK. So there, cut those out for us. Now what I want to do is I'm going to start a 2D sketch on this top face. I'm going to make another circle, center point. The center point's going to be the same place as all the other ones. So right here, this origin, I'm going to drag this out. This is going to have a 4-inch diameter circle. So it's going to be 4. I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude that circle that we just made straight up. And that's going to be 13 millimeters. Hit the OK. So now I'm just going to add some fillets to make this kind of roundish in some places. So the top, I'm going to go to fillet. I want to fillet this top kind of circle. That's going to be, oh, that was kind of cool, but no, that's not what we want to do. We want this to be 0.25, like so, and then make another fillet. These are going to be 0.5. So I'm going to fillet these inside straight lines. If you can't get them, you can kind of rotate your, let me do that. Let me hit the top corners, just kind of rotate this over. So I can get this one and this one. That should be it. Yeah, okay. So the out ones, I'm just gonna leave those like they are. So just those inside ones, hit okay. And there's that. So for our material, I'm just gonna use like a, what can we find here? Chrome polished black, I think is what I put on the other one. So chrome polished black here. There we go. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save this as, I got so many drone parts here. We're gonna call this the rotor holder. Sorry for my clunky keyboard. Hit save. I already have it saved. You want to replace it? I'm just gonna say, yeah, sure. And there we go. So there's that part. So we're gonna remake most of the ones that got lost in the transition over. So it'll take some time, but we'll get there. All right, so hopefully I'll see you back in the next video. Peace out.